Because the thing is, he says, Kaya, please, and then he reaches for something. Like, bro, it looks so bad if it's not a shock collar. Take the collar off the dog in a way that you cannot possibly switch it out with something else, and you can show what the collar looks like to the stream. There's a light on the collar and it blinked. Whoa, what the fuck, dude? Why is there a light on a collar? What the fuck, dude? I'm covering a Hasan-related story that is happening today. However, the good news is it is actually new, fresh, interesting drama that has occurred. And we have got not only a new development, I guess, or a new thing happening, but it also harkens back to some classic Twitch dramas of old in regards to animal abuse. So Hasan has been accused of crimes most foul. He has been accused of abusing his dog via the use of a shock collar. Now, a shock collar is a collar that you put on a dog so that if it misbehaves, you can press a button and it sends a short, sharp electric charge to the dog in order to make it behave or something like that. Now, I'm no dog expert. I don't know anything about this. I don't know about shock collars or anything like that. But people are mad about it. People are not happy. People are not happy with Hasan's alleged conduct and behavior here. I don't know. I don't even know if, like, hurting an animal is a good way of training them. I don't believe that's the case, right? I don't think it's the case. I don't think you can hurt an animal into behaving itself. So, in any case, if true, yeah, I can understand why people are bothered about this. The problem is obviously you've got people who don't really care that much about it and, you know, are using it as a means of attack. Then you've also got the defenders. You've got the people that are just defending Hasan because they love Hasan. Very sides-cucked. Very sides-cucked this whole conversation is. But I've got good news for you, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I am not sides-cucked. I don't care about Hasan. I also don't care about animals. So I'm in the prime position to give you the most fair analysis of the situation going. Okay? First things first, ladies and gentlemen. We will be listening to the Yelp heard round the world.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Okay?
How do I make money off depressed people?
Snipey Duckies became a member. Snipey Duckies celebrates 2 months of membership. Payment from your former master is on its way. Do not let us down, Agent Logic.
No problem. Thank you for the membership. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's get to the Yelp heard around the world. Here we go.
I hate this fucking country so much. You can be on a fucking mountain in the middle of Norway and get better internet than Los Angeles, California.
We're getting full context.
Full context. A moment of anger. This is a moment of fucking anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly, such a first world problem. But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom. No, she doesn't want to come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone. And she needs to literally have the same structured, regimented.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I think that clip went to Trump's big baby desk immediately. I hate everything. I hate
Growing
everything.
up in Africa, we had a rotation of 17 dogs, everything ranging from Malinois to Anatolians. Never needed a shock collar to have them behave well.
Thank you. Thank you for the membership. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I think that's the full context. I think that's everything we need to see. Let's roll it back. And for the purposes of maximizing this segment, let's do it. Let's do the play-by-play. Okay? We've got loads of stuff to look at. Lots of evidence to analyze. Okay?
For like something that is just so routine, so silly,
so
such a first world problem.
You see there the dogs in the background, chilling, relaxing. Okay? I don't even know what the dog's name is. Big doggo.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential
dog starts to move.
Violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
So if you notice there, you do frame by frame. I don't think you can do frame by frame, can you?
Violence.
Okay, so notice the dog gets up. Okay. Dog gets up. Then I think Hasan momentarily notices the dog is up. Okay, he's still talking actually. So the dog gets up, starts to move. Okay. Then Hasan now, I think, is noticing the dog is up. Kaya, please. And then he reaches for something on the desk. So this is being presented as the evidence that it's a shock collar. Because he's reaching for something on the desk here. And people are saying that is a remote to electronically shock the dog.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And then the dog yelps.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, this clip is out of context. The collar is an air tag and not a shock collar. Hasan, he was worried she would wander lost in his mansion. Nothing.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. So you've got basically like two sides of the argument here that I've seen on this. Okay. So the first argument is here. Like I say, the dog's moving. He notices the dog's moving. Okay. Sorry, it slowed down. I can't do frame by frame on this, unfortunately. I don't know if there's a YouTube version because we can do frame by frame then. Dog starts to move. He notices. Starts to complain about the dog moving. Why is he so bothered about the dog moving? And then he reaches. Boom. Reaches here. For the collar. Alleged shock collar. The dog yelps. He turns around. Seemingly annoyed that the dog has made a noise.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Hasan has been watching too much footage of the IDF. He has learned their tactics and is practicing it on the dog. Wow. Okay, tiny head L.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. See, the thing is, that was quite a troubling yelp. And he didn't really seem particularly perturbed by the yelp. So for me, I'm thinking that seems more compelling that it was like a shock.
Okay,
because he didn't seem that surprised that the dog made that sound. And there was the reaching.
The dog knew what was coming as soon as he said the name. Dog tries to get back on the bed and either cries from the shock or the expectation of such.
Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Because, and the thing is, regardless of anything else, regardless of what you think about this, you know, this is set up. I mean, if it's not a fucking shock collar, it is set up perfectly for it to look like a shock collar. Because he literally reaches over to grab something just before it happens. And then when the dog makes the yelp, he just kind of turns around, irritated. Whereas you would expect a dog owner to be like, you know, babying and be like, oh, are you okay? Da, 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 you know? So it's a bad look, at the very least. It's a bad look. Even if it's not what we think it is. But I think that, you know, I'm probably like 75% to it being a shock collar, I think. I'll show you some other stuff too. But yeah, I mean, it looks too good to be true in terms of like, you know, the shock seemingly from the collar, and then he turns around and was expecting the yelp.
She hatred of furries on his dog.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. It's very suspicious. It is a suspicious reach from Hasan, I would say. Okay? But For the purposes of fairness, okay, I will present the alternative narrative that I've seen floating about from the pro-Hasan side, and you can see what you think of that, okay? The coal is fresh this morning. Dude, this is the biggest drama happening at the moment, I'm afraid to tell you.
Mark Zuckerberg Thanos became a member. Mark Zuckerberg Thanos celebrates 14 months of membership, saying a big dog like that is spoiled because it wants to wander around or get off its bed is actually twisted.
Thank you for the membership. The reality is that when it comes to supposed animal abuse on Twitch, it's always a big story. Think about Alinity throwing a cat and so on. So this is kind of par for the course. If it's perceived that an animal's been abused on stream, it will tend to get quite a lot of commentary. Because obviously, you know, people like talking about it. I don't know, dude. I mean, look, to be real with you, right? I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm super fucking outraged about it. I don't fucking care that much about, like, the outrage about it. I'm just interested, is Hasan using a shock collar or not? That seems to be the thing that, you know, is in debate. But, you know, I don't know, man. I just am not, like, super invested in this beyond that, really. But that's okay. We can still figure out what's going on. So here's the second narrative. Here's the second narrative, okay? So the second narrative is not that the dog was shocked, but the dog clipped something. They've got some sort of claw thing that they clipped, okay? So the best evidence for that is if you notice here, the dog kind of like pulls their paw up like that. A declaw or something. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. I want to do, if we do a frame by frame, that might be elucidating. Let's see if we can find... Whoa! We're going back to British politics. Hasan dog. Can someone link the clip on YouTube if it's available? Oh my god, dude. Bro, there's already fucking daily slop videos about it. Tactical Templars released a video. Oh my god, bro. Jesus Christ.
In recent news, drama just broke out with Hasanabi over something that happened on stream with his dog. Viewers noticed Hasan's dog suddenly stopped moving after trying to walk, leading to some online accusing him of using a shock collar in the following clip.
America, Kaya, please.
Okay, here we go. Dude, it's not very good quality.
Okay, that's wonderful.
So here we go.
How do I make money off depressed people?
So you can see...
Mr. Dolphin became a member. Mr. Dolphin celebrates 14 months of membership. Sup, dude.
Thank you. Thank you for the membership. No, let's focus on the paw first. I'm just... Because the thing is, he says, Kaya, please, and then he reaches for something. Like, bro, it looks so bad if it's not a shock collar. He's literally set himself up terribly for this. Says, Kaya, please, and reaches for something, and then the dog yelps. I don't know, dude. I think it is a shock collar. Then he reaches.
Okay, that's wonderful.
But anyway,
how do I make money
the alternative.
off people?
Clips of him hyperfixated on the dog moving away from bed. Light on box on the collar. Box on collar is not connected to the thing above the box, which people say is an air tag. The her collar is too tight. Clip. Queen and gay.
Thank you for the $20. I've got all that other stuff to look at, don't worry. But thank you very much for the $20. Thank you. So, right, let's really lock in on this paw situation. So the yelp is here. Can you see that? So this is the evidence that people are using to claim it was hitting the paw or something. So that foot moves back. This foot then goes like this. But then also the rest of the body. But then that could be a reaction to the pain, possibly, I guess, would be the argument. Like I say, listen, I don't know what to, I don't know if I think it's a shock collar. Probably that's my view on it. I'm just presenting what the other side of it is saying. Essentially, they're saying it's a, what is it, a declaw? I believe. I think is what's being said. And they're claiming that this foot movement demonstrates that they basically, the claim is they clipped their paw, but I just don't see where they're clipping their paw here. Because that movement upwards is not because they've hit it, it's off the back of another input, it seems. What is the, I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know about dogs. I don't know about fucking dogs, bro. I'm not a dog.
Okay,
man.
that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Do you think Pestini uses a shock collar on minors?
Thank you very much for the super chats. Wait, can I slow this down? Can we do a frame by frame with this? Okay, oh, this is the zoomed in version. Okay. Yeah, I don't really see what they're clipping it on here. Oh, is it just repeated? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's handy. Oh, wait, was I doing it then? What? It stopped. Okay, I'm confused.
Oh, but just stop.
Nah, they're moving it before the pain, I think. They're moving it before the pain. Okay. Yeah, I don't buy this this declaw fucking clipping it on something narrative. That doesn't really stack up for me. I don't really understand declaw thing. What are they hitting it on there?
Help chat. I'm off stream with 2 pieces of strings holding up Chud's hair. I get shocked if I even flinch.
Thank you. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but it's just But this then, well, I guess maybe they're moving there. Okay, so it's possible that there is hitting it, but that initial movement is when they yelp. The yelp happens as they start moving the paw, I believe. So, yeah, the yelp precedes. The yelp precedes the movement, I believe, right? The yelp heard around the world.
Stop. Violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
No, yeah.
After Hasan fries the dog, I got a guy who can deliver the burgers. Doesn't say much other than a cuck.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. The dog gets shocked as they get back in bed. The movement of the paw is accelerated due to the muscles contracting because of the shock. It's basic anatomy. Get back in bed, Mutt. Get back in bed now, Mutt. I don't know, dude. I think it's a shock thing. That's my view based on this. It doesn't really stack up to me that they're clipping their declaw or whatever it is on something. I'm not a dog anatomy expert. But to me, listen, dude, I'm ambivalent about this whole thing. You know, I don't care about either part. No, I care about no party involved in this. I'm just trying to give the fairest assessment on the basis of what I can see. Who is disagreeing it's a shock collar? Well, Hasan's community obviously are disagreeing tremendously and are claiming it's not a shock collar. And are in fact saying this is some sort of, campaign against him or something. Which, I'm sure some people just want to shit on Hasan, sure. But I don't really care about that. I just want to know what the reality of the situation is. And to me, I think shock collar makes the most sense, I think. So far. People are really clutching at paws on this one. Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. I see what you did there. I personally think it was Mossad. I think Mossad have implanted a small electric charge onto Hasan's dog so that when he makes a sort of random movement on his stream, it looks like he's shocking him in order to undermine Palestinian voices. That's what I think's happening, to be honest. Okay, so we got a few more bits on this. Okay, This is Hasan responding to the drama.
To hear oral arguments on Thursday.
Oh my
we should
God.
Note that new CBS.
Is there like a fucking LSF video or something? Is that why there's like hella
Welcome
people coming in
Chud
here
Nation.
and
Be
screeching?
sure to leave a negative Yelp review.
Uh-oh. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. I must say, when I first saw this, I did think, like, that would be such an insane thing to do something on stream that would receive such public condemnation and outcry. But then when I've looked at it, I'm like, well, no, it does look very much like that. But it's just such an insane concept that obviously that's going to be negatively received. Obviously, people are going to, be bothered by that. Like, why would you do it? Why would you do it,
Is that what's going on?
But it does seem like that's the case. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, classic. It started on D, then H3, then LSF is the classic pipeline. I'm gonna fucking die, dude.
Uh-oh. Hey, we got the trio.
Yes,
we got the trio. Guys, we got the trio.
Abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
It didn't look that to me, I must say. And also, this is one of those claims.
Okay, that's wonderful.
That you can
But how do I make
disprove. You can just
money
show the
off
collar.
depressed people?
Worth pointing out that he says you're being such a baby in reaction to the Yelp, which makes me think he is coping with shocking the dog.
Thank you for the $5.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Do you really think this conflict started on October 8th? That wretched creature has been living in Hasan's palatial estate for way longer than that.
Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Yeah, also, that's another good point as well. How would he know? Because he wasn't looking at the dog when the dog got off the bed. Unless he can see it somehow in his camera on his OBS. But I don't know, man. That's... Yeah, I think shock collar is probably likely. I've got further evidence that I think goes some way to showing that.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Thank you
But
for the
how do
super
I
chats,
make money
guys. Thank
off
you.
depressed people?
Don't believe Chud when he says he's neutral. Chud was a loyal Destiny orbiter in the past and his mask has fallen. Admit you hate Hasan, this is fake news.
Dude, I don't hate Hasan at all. Dude, what have I said? What analysis have I given that is a product of bias, you fucking cretin? What have I said that you can point to as being biased? I've looked at the available video evidence and come to what I think is a fairly reasonable thought. I've said I'm 75% towards it being a shock collar. There's 25% wiggle room there that maybe there is another explanation. I think that's pretty fucking reasonable on the basis of what we've seen so far. Thanks for the super chat, though. At least he's doing it through a super chat this time and not just one guy me in chat. Why are you getting one guy by that super chat? Yes, I am getting one guy by a super chat, okay? So, yeah, I mean... Anyway, so that is Hasan's initial explanation. Okay? We've then got further explanation from Hasan, which we're going to take a look at here.
Dress shirt? This? No, this is... That is crazy. What are you doing? Okay. What do you want? What do you want from me?
So this is later in the stream, after the other clips we saw.
For those of you who ask, why do you always do...
Oh, look at that. Fake dog love. Fake dog love to overcompensate for electrocuting the shit out of it earlier.
The place command. The reason why I always do the place command is because she likes to lay on the ground. Okay? She likes to be by my side, but she likes to lay on the ground. And the reason why I don't like letting her lay on the ground as opposed to that bed is because the bed... Come here. Is because The bed is better for her joints. Okay? Get her a better bed then? No, that bed is perfectly fine for her. Because when she lays on the ground as a big girl, it fucks up her joints. Don't let him lie to you, Chad. It's because he's a terrorist? Yeah. Why do you need to tell people this? Did something happen? Yes. It's going viral that they're claiming that the most well-trained and the most spoiled, best kept after dog.
Very measured. Very calm, measured words from Hasan. No, in all seriousness, this does seem like he's putting on this thing. I think, if what it feels like to me, he's going to go overboard in the other direction because of all the controversy swelling. Now, to be fair, that could be because it's just generally wanting to not play in to the narrative that's perpetuating. Or it could be because he feels bad about having it fucking electrocuted the shit out of his
Okay,
dog.
that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
My
Now,
argument, he has not shown the collar.
thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. He didn't, innocent until proven guilty. That is a legal standard. Hasan is not in a courtroom. People are allowed to come to a determination of whether or not they think he's using a shock collar. I will say, however, there are people that are too biased to really look at this and assess this fairly. So I would agree with that. I'm not one of those people. So get fucked. And the thing is as well, here's the issue that you've got as well. Okay? Here's the issue that you've got too. You can disprove this by just taking the collar off and showing the camera. Right? You could just clearly show, this is what the collar looks like. You can see it's just a normal collar. You know, what's the problem? So why is he not doing that? He doesn't have to, though. Well, if he wants to remove doubt, yes, he does. Like, what do you mean? No, he doesn't have to. But that would be an easy way to resolve this. You can literally show the collar. Well, you just fucking cover the bit that's got the address on, don't you? Easily. Like, what is the problem with doing that? You sort this out fucking easy peasy. Oh, no, look, it's not. It's just a normal collar. Well, you get the dog in frame, take the collar off the dog in frame, and then there's no fucking messing about, is there?
On the planet is actually being abused by me, apparently.
Bro, you're coming up with get the dog in frame. Right, guys, here's the dog in frame. Right, I'm going to take the collar off. You can see me taking the collar off. Okay, I've taken the collar off. You see? No fucking sleight of hand. Boom, boom, boom. Here's the collar. Here's what it looks like. You can see it's just a regular collar. Bro, this is unbelievable. Yes, there's things that people might say, but what you do if you want to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt your position is you do it in a way where so you cannot claim that it's been switched out, swapped. You can cover the address. He doesn't need to prove it. Well, no, he doesn't need to prove it. But if it is something that you can disprove, then you ought to do that if you don't want people to fucking keep banging on about it. That would be the ultimate clip, wouldn't it? The ultimate clip would be to take it off and go, well, you're all fucking wrong and retarded. What do you say then? What do you say then? What do you say then, bro?
Because I gave her the place command while she was getting off. And then...
Okay, that's not what audience captured means. Him showing the collar is not him being audience captured. Okay? Him showing the collar is to dispel rumours that are swirling about him. And commentary that's swirling about him that he shot the dog. He doesn't want to give attention to people who are already shifting the goalpost. Oh, he doesn't want... Bro, dude, I tell you what's a great idea. If you don't want to give attention to people, is to talk about it for an extended period of time on stream. What a fantastic idea. I don't want to give these people attention, so I'm going to talk about it and address what they're talking about. Holy fuck, you people are so fucking retarded. It's unbelievable, bro. If you don't want to give it attention, then don't give it attention. Is this what your channel is about? If only you knew. If only you understood and knew how funny that sentiment is. If only you fucking knew, you fucking retard. Holy fuck, dude. Bro, you must be new here. You must be new here. Fuck me, dude. You do one segment on Hasan after months and people are asking if it's what your fucking channel is about. Unbelievable.
And she yelped. These chatters don't know she broke the other beds. Yeah. She'd broken the previous bed. Bro, that dog is being abused. 4-hour streams every day of Hasan. I can't imagine. Yeah.
Dude, the thing is yeah, this is just something that's easily disproven. Because you can, in frame, take the collar off the dog in a way that you cannot possibly switch it out with something else. If there's any identifying information, you can cover that up with your hand. And you can show what the collar looks like to the stream. Yes, there's people that will move the goalposts. Yes, there's people that move the goalposts. Yes, there's people that will say something else about it. But fundamentally, that will enable you to show beyond any reasonable doubt that it's not a fucking shock collar. Okay. What is the problem with that exactly?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Hey Chud, I'm glad this is your 14th stream on Hasan this week. Do you think you could squeeze in another one though? Also new goal.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah. And
yes,
I suspect it's coming from, you know, some crazy haters. They said you shocked her with a button. Yeah. In my evil villain lair. Good thing I didn't hit the fucking trapdoor button instead on accident. She reviewed food online. She yelped. No, she went when she was getting off the bed. Because I assume she like either stepped funny or clipped her fucking foot on something. I don't know.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how
hey,
do I
Musty!
make money
Thank you for the
off
$10.
Hasan has a droopy eye, what a loser.
Thank you.
Yeah, it came from the H3 sub. They didn't even hide it.
Oh! So the thing is, and don't get it mistaken, right? I'm not siding with any other fucking retard in this. I'm not siding with Ethan, okay? I don't give a fuck about Ethan, right? And I'm sure that Ethan is going to bitterly use this in his fucking forever retard campaign against Hasan. I'm certain that's happening. But you need to put that to one side because the other parties involved in this and who's bringing this forward is irrelevant. You need to look at the information and evidence and video footage and come to your own determination about what you think about it and not let your perspectives and opinions be governed on the basis of whatever side you're on in this war.
If Hasan
Stupid.
shows the collar, nefarious people will Photoshop it as a shock collar or use Sora 2 AI footage. Hasan is a victim of snark subs, did you know?
Thank you, PD, for the super chat. Thank you. So I think this wraps up soon, and then we've got even more evidence to review.
Literally the exact same people every time. People just eat it up. All the same drama freaks activated. Yes.
We're drama freaks. I'm a drama freak. Oh, dead air. Fucking hell, dude.
It's going to be in the next content. Nuke. I'm confused. How did she get shocked? Or is that fake?
No, I'm not on kick chat.
There's no way for her to be shocked. That is fake.
I see the kicks. Thanks for the kicks. Thank you. Well, how many kicks?
The parasocials are saying
One
you don't
kick,
take her
I
out.
can
Isn't
see.
she off leash trained? And you literally take her out every day? Yes. I do.
The thing I just can't wrap my head around, though, and this is why I am willing to give 25% to it not being a shock collar, is why would you do it on stream, publicly to tens of thousands of people? It's like you're literally making a rod for your own back. And then also his reaction as well. Like, even if you weren't concerned, you would play it up Because it's like, oh, my precious baby. Like, you'd be like that, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh, my precious little angel. What's wrong? Are you hurt yourself? It's just so crazy that there's this like disconcerting yelp and he just kind of like turns around and is almost like berating the dog. It's like there's no like care or concern that would minimize, I think, any potential for there to be drama off of it, you know?
Okay, that's
Imagine the
wonderful.
reaction off
But
stream.
how do I make money?
Big
off
rod, big
depressed
steel
people?
rod.
Host table got Unk thinking he has the intellectual might to match Hasan. So sad.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. You know, and I think like dog owners probably, it's disconcerting for them because they probably would be more concerned if a dog made that sound than they'd be like, oh, my precious little angel, what's wrong? Oh, what's wrong? But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's pretty, like I say, 75% shock collar. It's pretty compelling. Oh my god, dude. Can we not with these mid posts, please? I literally don't give a fuck about this. What is this? My master's very important. He tells lots of people what's right and what's wrong. I admire him so much. I'd love to be closer to him. Maybe if I've been good, he can give me a pet. Bzzzt. I'll stay here until he needs me. That's that fucking George Rightoid guy, isn't it? What's his name? I know this art style. But yeah, in any case, yeah, George Alexilopoulos, or whatever the fuck his name is. In any case, yeah, I think, so here's the reasons that so just so you can be sure that there's no bias here, and I'm not just saying this because I hate Hasan or some shit, okay? Or I'm a fucking Ethan Shill or whatever fucking bullshit you're trying to say. The evidence for me that makes it more compelling that it's a shock collar is the reach looks really suspicious, okay? It's the fact that he's trying to claim the dog's clipped something, but the dog is yelping and moving the paw, right? Before, from what it looks like they hit something. The movement that would look like they're hitting something is happening before, and it seems to be out of nowhere. And it's the fact that Hasan turns around and he doesn't really seem to be that concerned about it in a way that I would expect of like a loving dog owner to be. And then the other things that make me think that it's likely a shock collar is the fact that he's not willing to just get the dog in frame, take the collar off in a way that everyone can observe, cover it with your hand if there's identifying information, and just show the stream what the collar is, because then you'd probably be able to see on site what you're dealing with. That's my thought process, and that's why I've come to that, 75% kind of like assessment, essentially. Now, there's further information that I would like to show you. One particular thing looks quite damning, and I'd be interested to see what the potential is for other explanations. But let's look at this thing first. So we've got a clip here from a little while ago. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hasan's guest says the dog collar is too tight. Hasan claims this is because she has a lot of neck meat.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's
Okay, that's wonderful.
Uh-oh.
But how do I make
Oh, hey,
money
Nicholas.
You have to be able to
off
get
depressed
2
people?
fingers.
Don't love your dog enough? Hasan Piker. Love your dog too much? YMS. Pet owners can't win.
Thanks for the $10. Appreciate it. Thank you.
here we get.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get 1. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's because she has a lot of neck meat.
Oh, okay. That's a rough clip. That's a rough clip. That is a tough clip. Ooh, okay. That doesn't look so good, I must say. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have got another clip here, which I would be very interested to see an explanation for. Okay? Prepare yourselves. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Get ready.
or the same positive feelings and the same positive association with Israel. So all this does
Did you see that? Did you see that?
is breed resentment against
see that?
the same positive association with Israel.
Did you see that? Bro. There's a light on the collar and it blinked. Whoa! What the fuck, dude? Why is there a light on a collar? What the fuck,
Level
dude?
of loyalty or the same positive feelings and the same positive association with Israel. So
There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Bro, why is this collar got a light on that blinks? That's a bit fucking weird, isn't it? Why does a collar need a light on? Now, to be clear, I am I'm obviously having a bit of a laugh. Also, I am being serious though. Is there a type of collar that would have a light that blinks or an LED that blinks that isn't some sort of electrocution thing? I don't know the answer to that. That's the problem. An AirTag. Oh, like an Apple thing. Like, oh, it's not Apple maybe, but where you can like track the dog down by GPS. Okay. So to be fair, let's not jump to conclusions. This could just be some sort of other electronic collar, not necessarily electrocution. Okay. It just looks bad. It's a bad look. AirTags don't blink. I don't know. I literally couldn't tell you. I've got all the other clips as well. Don't worry, guys. We're going to go over all of it. We're going to milk this. Don't worry, guys. We're going to milk this as much as we can. Okay? So, let's have a look. XQC debunked this. How so? So it looks like a little green light flashes, right? Dude, you need to do some research into specific collars to understand what the blinking light means, I guess.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, there are two big objects, one with the white dot that could be an AirTag and the larger object that blinked.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the $5. It could also be a flash of metal hitting the light. I don't think it's that. No, there's no way. There's no way. That is a green light blinking. That 100% that is a green LED. I believe LED blinking. There's no way that light's shining off of that because the lighting doesn't like change or anything. It doesn't. That's not. Yeah, that's an LED blinking. I'm like 90% sure. So yeah, if you're not spotting it, it's just here. Look at this little black box here, and you'll see. There it is. There it is. It looks green. Looks green to me. I mean, maybe not green, but it looks green to me. Okay, you guys are linking me like various types of shock collar. I don't know if it's the exact one. There's obviously different brands and stuff. But yeah, if you look, like, very clear light going off. There's like bleep, like that. But again, you know, it's not conclusive. I don't think so. Here's the thing. I probably wouldn't bother wavering off of my 75% because it's kind of a fairly reasonable percentage, I think. But none of this is like 100% conclusive. The only thing that you can really do to conclude is for Hasan to show the fucking collar. That's it. That's it. I don't know what else you could do to really discern this. This is one of those rare situations where you can actually disprove a claim because you can show the thing that's being claimed to be the shock collar. But for some reason, he's not doing that. Which, you know, if you don't want people to gossip and talk and be drama farmers, you know. Can we talk about anyone calling them out on this? Is just some parasocial HR editors. That's incredible code. Well, yeah, obviously there is a broader, bigger kind of background drama, the EHD stuff, which, you know, we all know very well about here. There is a broader thing happening beyond that. But of course, you could talk about this, discuss it, and even have a problem with it if you do think it's a shock collar. You can do all of that without even fucking liking Ethan Klein, right? You know, people will frame this around the drama between the two of them, but it doesn't. It's irrelevant, really.
People.
He needs to put
if you
on the
want to look at it fairly. Thank you for the $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't believe Anissa defended him so fast. Well, that's because people like Anissa will only view this through the framework of Ethan versus Hasan and won't actually correctly or fairly take a step back and analyze this.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
It blinked, but she didn't yelp. This is an earlier clip from June. It's October now and it didn't blink, but she yelped. Chud, get down to 50% doubt, boy.
Thank you for the super chat. Well, the dog was the other way round, weren't they? The dog was the other way round when they yelped, so you wouldn't have seen the light because the collar would have been on the other side. PD's just trolling anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much. But as long as they're doing it through super chats, that's perfectly happy with me. I'm perfectly happy with that. I didn't see the birth thing. No, maybe we'll talk about it later. Right. So there's that. I think there's a few other bits as well to look at with this. So there are people that I think, I believe, well, we'll see what these clips say because I've not watched them yet. But people are sharing this clip. Nicandros is on the case. Just to toss a piece into the Hasan dog discourse. In an August 10th, 2023 stream, Kaya jumps at Hasan's mom off screen and someone in the chat suggests getting a shock collar. Hasan says it's unnecessary and his chat reacts by calling the person a psycho and many others ask if shock collars are even legal. Would it make any sense for Hasan to use a shock collar on stream when he knows his audience reacts this way? I mean, I agree. It would be insane to use a shock collar on stream because of the bad publicity. But he might have forgotten about this. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, so maybe he didn't think about it. I don't know. But
Literally saved their lives. And if you read it, Kaya, off, down, Kaya.
Uh-oh. Oof.
Down, Kaya.
Kaya. Stay.
Yeah, it would be insane, but he also supports terrorists. So, guys, can we just take a quick break from covering this to talk about how unfair Twitch is and how inconsistently it's moderated? Oh my good God. I tell you what, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. And I think it's absolutely shameful. I'm glad that Dan Clancy is going to Washington to answer for his crimes, to be honest. Is that still on for today? I've not actually got a definitive answer on that. But yeah, it would be good to get some, because it's coming up shortly, I believe.
Thanks, Mom.
Right, chat is fucked up for me. So
Damn, bro, your dog sucks. Take a week off for that. 27-month subscriber. Suck my dick. My dog is incredible. This is why shock collars are a thing. She's too far away to correct her behavior manually. She's not doing anything that bad. She's just jumping because she's excited to see my mom. And that's it. That doesn't mean that you can't remedy that situation. And you can certainly remedy that situation without a shock collar. What the fuck are you talking about? That is like... She's a 5-month-old dog.
What about when they get a bit older, Hasan?
He's right, your dog's broken. Get a new one? Okay, shut the fuck up. Bunch of freaks in here, dude.
Okay, so in the sake of fairness,
Tourism and tourists are clogging up services.
we do have a clip from a couple of years ago where Hasan seems to be quite negative.
Literally saved their lives.
Also did
And
a
if you-
shock collar. And then there's this clip.
Jordan.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar for fish and his dogs. I have it still. I bought it.
What? Hang on a minute. What was that edit? Dude, that was like so transparent. It literally faded out.
Fish and his dogs.
Literally faded out. Hang on a minute. That seems a bit suspicious, does it not?
Still, I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
Okay, that seems suspicious. But fortunately, when the Kandros says here, that clip is manipulated to quote him out of context. And the Kandros shares the full clip,
that's
I
wonderful.
believe.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
We need to get YMS on the case. He's an expert in animal gear. He'll be able to tell if it's a collar or not.
Thank you for the super chats.
Jordan.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Why aren't we talking about Ethan and Hailey using a prong collar?
Because I don't give a fuck about Ethan Klein, but thank you for the super chat.
Fish and his dogs. For Fish and his dogs barking, I couldn't do it. I have.
They literally edited the part out where he said, I couldn't do it. That is so... Oh, dude, people are so retarded, bro.
I have it still. I bought it. For Fish and his dogs barking, I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective. But I couldn't do it.
The thing is, you could still use this as some evidence that you at least have thought about it before and had bought the item. Like, if you did it honestly, you could still say, well, he said he couldn't do it, but he still bought it. Why edit it? Why leave yourself that weakness? Why not just keep the clip in full and then say, well, he said he couldn't do it, but he still had it and thought about it. Like, there's no need to edit this clip to still use it as at least something pointing towards the idea. You could use it either way, but you could at least say, well, yeah, he said he couldn't do it, but then also he did buy it. Like, so unnecessary to edit it.
Jordan.
Literally no need to edit that at all. Just leave it as it is and you can still use it in that way. Oh, dude, so stupid. Very stupid. Very stupid. Well, to be fair, I don't know who this person is and where they're from, or if they even did this clip.
Money
but yeah.
off depressed people.
Chud, we just gonna ignore the fact that inflatable animals have taken over the Portland protests LMFAO. Always sweeping for the furries.
Don't care what's going on in Portland, but thank you for the super chat nonetheless. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, okay. So, you know, there's a lot of... Be careful out there. There's a lot of clips floating about. People trying to paint certain narratives. Just look at everything fully. And more importantly, guys... More importantly, be fair. Always be fair. Okay, we then got another few bits. Oh, hang on. What's this? GPS dog tracker with green blinking light in the photo so they can have blinking lights on them. Yeah, no, I think it's fair to say that it's not conclusive, but it could be a GPS tracker also. But it could also be a shock collar, but I don't know. Does a shock collar have an LED on? I don't know how they fucking work, so... Okay. Is this the one we just watched?
Kaya!
Oh, no, we just watched that. We just watched that. There was another thing that I wanted to show. Okay, what is this? What is this, dude? Bro, what is this? Oh no, what is this clip?
Motherfucker, come here.
Uh-oh.
Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay.
Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone.
Come here. Hey. Motherfucker, come here.
Oh.
Stay. No, come here.
Hey. Motherfucker, come here. Stay. No, come here.
Bro, you shouldn't pull a dog's tail like that. That's not good. That's rough. That's a rough clip for Hasan to contend with.
Mother.
Dude. Ugh. The problem is I don't even know how long ago this is. But the issue that you're going to have is it could be used to, you know, show a certain feeling or attitude towards a dog. Do you know what I mean? The dog is literally just reviews. I mean, yeah, it does look, but I mean, it looks like a, you know, people have said it's like a prop, and I'm like, yeah, it does look like a prop, to be honest with you. Yeah, like a lack of care or lack of respect for the animal. Yeah, something like that, exactly. Like, this doesn't prove that he definitely shocked the dog, but it does show a lack of care and respect for an animal that you could reasonably argue, you know, would back up the idea that he may use a shock collar, right? And then there's this image too, which I've already seen. Now, I did do a little bit of research on this collar, to be fair, and I'll just say what I found.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
In behind, but I disagree that showing the collar on stream would prove anything because he can just switch it outside of stream to a similar one.
As I said, well, it's too late now. It's too late now, obviously, yes, obviously. But at the time, he could have just got the dog in frame, taken the collar off and shown it. But now it's too late, yes, obviously. But if he'd have done it at the time, that would have done a lot to dissipate people's, you know, views. But yeah, obviously now it's too late. I still don't think it's an electric shock collar. At most, it's a vibrating collar. There's no way this lefty zoinked out MF is using a shock collar. I do it is insane to me that he'd do it on stream. I am like, there's no fucking way. That's crazy. But it looks bad at least. I'm probably 75% of it being a shock collar. Anyway, I looked into this. So you've got this here, which looks like spikes in the dog's neck. From what I gathered, this is what's called a pinch collar, I think. And my understanding is with dogs like this, it's supposed to be for training. You're not supposed to have it on them all the time. And the idea is it is supposed to help train a powerful dog like this to not pull hard or something. But it's not something you should have on all the time. It's meant for training, I think. Now, obviously, I don't know much about dogs. That was my research looking into it, because I did see this picture, wanted an explanation for it, and that's what I found. So this is all going to come down to whether this is in training or whether this is all the time. All the time bad, training, I think, acceptable for a dog of this nature, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's it for the Hasan dog stuff. I don't think there's much else to look at here, unless you got stuff for me. But I think that's all the evidence that I saw floating about this. So I think, yeah, 75% shock collar, 25% another explanation. I think he could have done things to dissipate or disprove things, like showing the collar at the time. So yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Yeah, he's too dumb to handle anything bigger than a Pomeranian.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. But that's my take anyway. That's my fair, unbiased, well, everyone's biased. My fair, as balanced as I can muster take on the whole situation. Except no substitutes. That is as fair as it's going to get, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, there we go. There we go, guys.